Hello, everyone. This is a recording for Tuesday's activity. It's all about tables today, all right? We have actually moved a little bit further through this section. We're going to go into the Insert tab. All right. In the Insert tab, it's kind of a hint. If ever you're asked, what tab would I find tables? Well, you're inserting it into a document, so I would guess it would be under the Insert tab. Or where do I find pictures? Well, you're inserting it, so I would think it would be under the Insert tab. So there you go. It's a rule of thumb. If you're inserting something, it's probably under the Insert tab. But today we're going to talk about the table. All right, so under the table, if you click this drop-down arrow, there's a couple different ways to insert the table. If you notice this one, all I have to do is hover. I'm not clicking and dragging. My finger is just, or my mouse is just hovering over these squares, and it shows me a demo on my document of what it looks like. So let's go with 6 by 6. So I'm going to click. All right, so a table has been inserted into my document. When you insert something like a picture or a graph or a table, you are given a brand new set of tabs, and they're always inserted at the very end. More than not, you have a design one that changes the way something looks, and a layout one that changes the layout of the object, okay? So first of all, in the Design tab, you have the table style options, which we'll talk about that a lot when we have an assignment about formatting tables, which means changing the way it looks. The table style section, this is a drop down. You can choose already preset ways a table will look. Okay, so if I choose that green one, it looks pretty nice. This one allows you to do your own filling, okay? But notice only that one square is filling, and that's because when you're working with table, whatever you want it to change, you have to select it first. So I'm in that cell, so it's going to change only that cell. If I wanted to change the entire line, I'd have to click and drag and then apply that color, okay? All right, the next group are border styles. So if I want to select my whole table, and I'm going to come up here to the drop down, it'll show me some theme borders. That's what that says. I can click this drop down and it changes the style of border. I can also come down here, and this is like in Word on that home tab. If I applied a border to a paragraph, this is what it is referring to. So if I just want a border on that top line, I can do it that way. I'm gonna hit undo because what if there's a special circumstance where this second line right here, what if I only want that border to have a top line? Okay, you could do it a couple different ways. You could come here and hit that top line because I have that one line selected, right? Or I could come over here and choose the border painter. Now, look at my cursor. It's turned into a pen. This allows me to click and drag wherever I want my new border to be. See that? Okay, undo. If I want it to come down or go across, well, no, I thought it would cross and down. Sorry, it has to be in two different clicks. Okay, so that's a border painter. It's not actually very user-friendly. Okay, and it stays on until you turn it off. I actually like this way better, but it's up to the user. Okay, the next one is layout. This is where are you dealing with a table that's clear? Let's go back and do that. Let me take away clear my formatting. Okay, so notice my lines. Let me zoom in a little bit. Notice my lines are dotted, okay? So if I have let's go to layout. Do I want to view my grid lines? See, they're just there for show. Oops. So yeah, I do. I want to see where I'm at, right? Do I want to delete some of my rows? Let's say I have too many columns. So I'm gonna get rid of this column, hit delete. It'll say, what are we deleting? Choose the right answer, okay? And then in this section right here, you can insert. So if I have my cursor right here and I say insert above, it's gonna insert a whole new row above. Same goes if I hit insert below, it comes below. And these are for columns, insert left or right, all right? Now, one little trick is if you want to select an entire column, notice how my cursor changes to a solid black arrow. I can click that and it will select. Then I can say delete or whatever I need to do. And notice right here, if I put my cursor in between two rows and I hit the plus, it is going to insert a row in between. Okay, so those are some quick little tricks. Now, merge cell, split table. Okay, if I have a bunch of cells right here that I want to merge, that means select all the cells and they become one. See that? If you have instructions that says select the very bottom row, select the very bottom row, then merge. That's how you do it, okay? If you have merged cells, let's say that these 4 right here are merged and you want to split them, okay? So I'm going to click split cell and it'll ask you, how do you want to split it? Well, I want them 2 columns and let's say I want them 4 rows, okay? It says it has to be between 1 and 2 because there's only 1 or 2 there, okay? So I'm going to say 2 and click OK, and it'll go back to normal, all right? If I had a whole bunch of things like this, let's say merge and then split, I could have 2, let's do 1 column and 3 rows. Hopefully I won't get an error. It has to be a divisor of 7. There is not a divisor of 7. It's 1 or 7. Okay, let me try it again. Hold on. Let's say 1, 2, and 3, 4. Merge and then split. Okay, I want 1 column and I want it to be in 2 rows. There we go. Okay, so I've split that one thing into 2. Sorry, that took a while to explain. Okay, back to the first row. If I want to increase the height, I can click this button. If I'm in a column and I want to increase the width, I can hit that button. If I want to make sure they're all even, I can distribute. So distribute means to keep them even. If I have text inside them, do I want it to be on the top left, in the center, bottom right, that kind of thing. So let's look at this one that's got some space. If I put my name in here and then I select the cell, I can center it, move it to the bottom right, top right, bottom left, that kind of thing, okay? Cell text direction, you can change the way it types, and sort and all these kind of things. We'll talk about these further in another lecture. One thing I do want to let you know is, if I want to get rid of my name. Okay, if I want to type text and I want my table to automatically fit, so auto fit to the contents. Okay, notice it has shrunk majorly. I want this cell to increase in size as I type. If I could spell things correctly. See how it is expanding according to the length of the text cited. That is called autofit. You will have that in your assignment today. All right, if I want to fill with color, I showed you that one. If I want to apply border, I showed you that one. Merging, size, borders, etc. Okay, I think you're good. The last thing I want to show you is design tab, right? No, excuse me, layout tab. Right here, if you have a piece of paper, notice that this example gives you a tall or a sideways. This is portrait versus landscape. The default is for your paper to be tall up and down, called portrait, but I want to turn it sideways. So if I want to change the direction of my paper, notice if I zoom out, it is sideways. If I want it to be up and down, it's portrait. Okay, so that's in your assignment as well. If you have margins, now margins is the blank space all the way around a document. See how this white space above and to the left? The default is 1 inch. Right here, under the layout tab margins, they have some presets. Now, normal is 1 inch, like I said. And a lot of times we're going to choose narrow as our option. That's 1/2 inch all the way around. So margins and orientation are under the layout tab. All right, you guys, I'm done for the day. I hope you have an awesome time. If you have questions, let me know.